The moment he stood up to leave, convinced the night was officially over, fate quietly smiled. If you've ever believed that some meetings are accidents and others are miracles in disguise, stay with this story until the very end, and if it touches your heart even a little, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, because stories like this deserve to be shared. Ethan Miller checked his watch for the 5th time in 10 minutes. The cafe was warm, softly lit, and filled with the low murmur of conversations, but inside him there was only exhaustion. As a single dad, evenings like this felt heavier than his construction boots after a double shift. He had agreed to a blind date after months of persuasion from his sister, but now, 30 minutes late, the chair across from him sat painfully empty. He sighed, rubbed his tired eyes, and signaled the waiter for the bill. "Guess this was a bad idea," he muttered, already picturing his 8-year-old son, Noah, asleep at home with the babysitter. Just as Ethan pushed his chair back, the cafe door opened with a soft chime. A woman stepped in, breathless, hair slightly windblown, eyes scanning the room with urgency and apology written all over her face. Ethan didn't look twice. He had already decided this chapter was closed. He paid, grabbed his jacket, and walked toward the exit, his mind already back in his small apartment where a superhero backpack waited by the door. "Ethan," a voice called behind him. He froze. Slowly, he turned around. The woman from the door stood there now, uncertainty flickering in her eyes. "I'm so sorry I'm late," she said. "Traffic, then my car wouldn't start." "I'm Lily. I'm your date." For a moment, time seemed to fold in on itself. Ethan's first instinct was to laugh, not out of humor, but disbelief. "I thought. I assumed you weren't coming," he said honestly. "I know," Lily replied softly. "And honestly, I wouldn't blame you if you left. I almost did too." She smiled, and there was something in that smile, gentle, understanding, that made Ethan hesitate. Against his better judgment, he nodded toward the table. "Well, since we're both here now." They sat. Awkwardness hovered like a fragile glass about to shatter, but Lily broke it by admitting she was nervous because this was her first date in years. Ethan surprised himself by opening up about Noah, about how dating felt selfish when your whole world revolved around a child. Lily listened, really listened, not with polite nods but with eyes that stayed, with pauses that mattered. Minutes turned into an hour. Coffee became dessert. Laughter slipped in where silence once sat. Lily confessed she was a children's librarian, recently moved to the city after losing her sister and becoming a guardian to her niece who now lived with relatives out of state. Loss recognized loss. Their conversations carried weight, but also warmth. When they finally stood to leave, Ethan felt something unfamiliar, a lightness he hadn't known since before his wife passed away 4 years ago. Outside, Lily's car sat helplessly, hood popped open like a silent plea. Without thinking, Ethan rolled up his sleeves. "Let me take a look." He didn't fix the car completely, but he made it safe enough to start. Lily watched him with quiet admiration. "You didn't have to do that," she said. "I wanted to," he replied, and realized it was true. Their second date involved Noah. A park. Ice cream melting faster than conversations. Lily knelt down to Noah's level, asked about his drawings, laughed at his jokes. Ethan watched from a distance, heart tightening, not with fear, but hope. Challenges didn't disappear magically. There were moments when Ethan pulled away, afraid of letting someone else close to his son. Lily had days when grief returned uninvited. They argued. They doubted. But they chose honesty over silence, patience over fear. Months later, on a quiet evening, Ethan realized something profound. Love didn't arrive loudly. It didn't crash through doors. Sometimes, it arrived late, breathless, apologetic, and stayed. If this story reminded you that second chances are real, that love can find you when you're ready to give up, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Because somewhere out there, someone is standing up to leave, unaware that their miracle is just about to walk through the door.